Chairman, did you or the FCC ever provide the White House the proposed rule prior to the final vote?
No, sir.
The comment period was open May 15th. How many times did you meet either at the White House or did the White House officials come meet with you during that time?
In total? I mean, about any issue? I think that we have shown you my calendar that has something like 10.
June 11th with Jason Furman, correct?
You have the list, sir.
June 18th with Jeffrey Zients, Caroline Atkinson, July 17th, September 11th, Jeffrey Zients, September 30th, Megan Smith, October 15th, Jason Furman, October 28th, Jeffrey Zients, and then Mr. Zients visiting with you on November 9th at the FCC. Does that sound accurate?
If that's the list that we provided, sir.
And yet you only provided an ex parte for one of those meetings. Why is that?
First of all, the rules are quite clear on what constitutes an ex parte, and that is an attempt to file specifically in a specific docket and to influence the outcome of that docket.
Did you discuss this?
Did
you discuss this matter during those meetings?
And there are provisions long established going back to, I think, the Bush administration Office of Legislative Counsel.
Sir, I have 5 minutes. I need to ask very specific questions.
But I need to ask you a question that there is no requirement. You're asking about ex partes, and there is no requirement that there be an ex parte filed. There was no need for an ex parte to be filed either. I just want to make sure that we have both.
I don't understand that. You met with them. Are you telling me that this proposed rule did not come up in any of those meetings but one?
I don't know the details of those meetings. I can't recall the details of those meetings. I can assure you that there were nothing that would trigger an ex parte, and that, in fact,
so you meet with the White House multiple times during the open comment period, after the comment period closes, and we're supposed to believe that one of the most important things the FCC has ever done, that this didn't come up and you didn't have any discussions, that they didn't comment back to you about what you were doing? Is that what we're supposed to believe?
The administration was very scrupulous in making it clear that I was an independent agency and that they were telling us.
I guess the point is, Chairman, you met with them multiple times. They came to visit you. You went to visit them. But we invite you to come in an open, and you refuse. We ask you to send us some documents. You didn't send us a single one. And that double standard is very troubling for us. I need to move on.
Chairman, one thing here that I did agree to come. I'm here.
No, but before the rule, you met with the White House before the rule, but you didn't meet here.
You gave me a week's notice. You asked for the
That's usually what we give people. Mr. Chairman,
there are other committees that I'm also trying to respond to. I said in the response I would look forward to coming to you, and I look forward
and I didn't believe you then, and I don't believe you now. You said that you would not come to visit with us. You didn't send us a single document that we asked for before that rule. That's just not right.
I think we've sent you 1,800 documents.
After the rule. What my complaint is that beforehand you didn't. And you met multiple times away. Chairman, I'm moving on. Hold on.
Okay.
Our time is short. This is the way it works. On September 23rd, multiple people met at the White House. I'm going to enter into the record, asking unanimous consent, this Daily Caller article of February 23rd, 2015. White House logs showing that number of people met at the White House that are activists on this topic. I want to play a video clip. This is the 6:55 in the morning of the day that the President is going to issue his statement. This is you, right, at your home?
Yes, sir.
And you woke up that morning to protesters out in front of your house. They laid down or sat down in front of your car, wouldn't let you get out of your driveway. They were there trying to make quite a statement, and there's a long 5-minute video of this. At 7:35 that morning, you sent out an email to your fellow commissioners calling it an interesting development. And then later that afternoon, I want to put up a slide. Now, when this was provided to Vice.com, you redacted this. This was all redacted. Hard to see up on this screen, but we don't understand why this was redacted. This is what you wrote. In fact, if you'd want to read it, go ahead. This is the same day. 6:55 in the morning, protesters show up. 7:35, you're sending out a concern. Then all of a sudden, the president's statement comes out in a very coordinated fashion. He has the right to weigh in on this. That's fine. But later that afternoon, you sent out this email. It says, FY, isn't it interesting? The day of the demonstration just happens to be the day folks take action at my house. The video of POTUS just happens to end up the same message as the video for POTUS. The White House sends an email to the supporters list asking, quote, please pass this on to anyone who cares about saving the internet, end quote. And then you write, Why did you write that?
Does this suggest a secret plan, a secret set of instructions?
I'm asking you why you wrote it. It's your language.
I think that this clearly is showing that there was no kind of coordination.
You think that there was no coordination. The protesters just happen to show up the morning before the announcement comes. Nobody knows that the president's going to make this announcement except the protesters who show up at your home. And you're saying that you're the one that wrote that you thought, isn't it interesting?
Excuse me, I wasn't speaking clearly. No, I'm talking about the coordination with us at the commission. I don't know who else they were coordinating with, and this suggests that maybe they were coordinating with others.
And so you had multiple meetings with the White House. They came to visit you, and we're supposed to believe that there was only one discussion about this? Is that still your testimony?
They came, let me be really clear, they came once to meet with me and filed an ex parte, at which time I was told, as the ex parte says, the president is going to make an announcement and on a couple days later, and he's going to endorse Title II. That's all I knew. The other meetings at the White House, I was there on trade, I was there on national security issues, I was there on spectrum, I was there on auctions, I was there on E-rate. I mean, there were numerous issues. And I mean, Carolyn Atkinson was one of the names that you named when you were going through lists. I can assure you I didn't talk to her about open internet because she knows nothing about open internet. That entire conversation and several that I have had with her have been about trade issues and the process for reviewing agreements that relate to national security items.
But you only spoke one time with Jeffrey Zients about this. One time.
The only time that Jeffrey Zients said to me, this is what the president's position is, was when he came and filed an ex parte saying that. I have been repeatedly saying, I know the president has a strong position in favor of the open internet, as do I, and keeping them informed that I was fighting for a strong open internet position.
So you informed them, and you tell me they had no reaction, no comments.
I informed them that that I had a strong position in favor of. As a matter of fact, I believe you have emails that show that I have emails with them saying, hey, these press reports that I'm watering this down aren't true.
I have lots more questions, but my time is far exceeded. We'll now recognize the ranking member, Mr. Cummings, for 5 minutes.